Say like they're thinking, okay, I know I need to strength train, but are there like specific exercises I must do?
Yeah. So I'm going to give you my best baseline advice, ladies, and then I'm going to tell you more. I promise I'm going to say more than this. But I want you to think about this like picking your workout, finding a workout, doing a workout, like fixing your own car. If your car wasn't working well, would you be like, let me figure that out? I'm going to read some books. I'm going to get a magazine. I'm going to go and practice it. You wouldn't, right? You would hire an expert. I'm telling you, if you would like good results with workouts, you need to hire an expert in some way, whether that means buying a training program, getting a coach. This is not something you want to like rig up yourself because you're likely just not going to get the same results. Again, are you going to get the same results with it? Could you figure out how to fix your carburetor? I don't even really know what a carburetor is, ladies, but you could. Do you typically do that with all the other pieces of your life? You just don't. And this is one of those pieces. And I think it's because we figure like, I'm a human. I have a body. Like, I should know what to do with it. I'm telling you, you're going to get better results if you get somebody else's training program and you follow it exactly as they write it. Okay. With that said, if you're like, just tell me, give me some basics for myself, you want to use the main movement pattern. So we're talking some kind of a squat pattern, some kind of a hinge pattern, an overhead press, a vertical press, a horizontal press, and we want to get some core work in there. And we want to get some single limb work in there, like lunges, step ups. So if you hit those kind of movements, and there's a lot of variety in those movements, but we want to do all of those movements across our week. And the key thing we want to think about as we're doing these movements is one, learning good form, figuring out what does a squat actually look like? What does a good squat look like? What does a healthy squat look like? Figuring that out, practicing with each exercise, and then pushing the intensity of those exercises to stimulate muscle growth. And when I say intensity, often people immediately in their mind conjure up like sweating, my heart is racing, like it feels like I'm wiping the floor with myself. And that's not what I'm talking about here. When I say intensity, I mean lifting heavy enough so that it is close enough to failure. And what that weight is going to be in your hand is going to depend on one, your strength level, two, the exercise you're doing, and three, the rep range you're working in. So when I'm saying lifting with intensity and lifting heavy, I'm not talking about a specific number of pounds you should be using, but a feeling in terms of effort. And so once you've got the form down really well on an exercise, whatever rep range you're working on, when you get to the end of that set, a set is a grouping of reps. If you're squatting, every time you go down and up, that's a rep. A group of those is a set. When you get to the end of that set, every set, it should feel really hard. It should feel like you could do it definitely one more time with good form, possibly two. Anything higher than that, you should get a heavier weight.